This is a look at the RESMED N30 mask. I am not paid by RESMED for this review. The RESMED rep did give me the mask to show you all. Happy to do other reviews for other companies. This N30 is considered a nasal pillow mask as far as what your PAP machine should be set on for device settings. It's a nasal pillow. And it mentions that it's a nasal cradle mask. This is a very popular mask, so that's why I wanted to show this to you. I feel like this is used a lot because it's very comfortable and it's very streamlined. The other thing that people sometimes really like is that there's no Velcro. So on this, to adjust it, it's a pull tab. So you pull it to make it tighter, and then you loosen it that way. So some people like that there's no Velcro to fight with. It's a very soft material that covers the entire part that's touching your face and your head. And then there's also, that goes on the back of the head, part of the headgear, that you can use this split here in the headgear to put it higher and lower, which some people really like that. It seems to hold it in place a little bit better. So that's the other beauty of this headgear, is there's the split that you can kind of use to help hold it in place on your head. Considered a nasal cradle because this essentially sits under the nose and then cradles around the nose, as you can see here. That's what sets it apart a little bit more from the other brand mask that wraps around your nose a bit more. Sizing wise, you can see here that this is the medium. It even tells you right and left side. This does have its own smaller tubing that plugs into the tubing from the machine. So it gives you a little bit more length, and this is a little bit more flexible. There are exhausts on both sides of where this little tubing comes in. You can take off this fabric part of this headgear. It's got a stiff component in it until about right here. You can take this off if you want to hand wash it. You just have to kind of work with it a little bit. So usually you can kind of mess around with this enough here and find in here somewhere there's a slit. You got to kind of pull it around to find it. There's a slit, and this can slide off on both sides. And then you can disconnect the headgear from both sides, hand wash it, and then to put it back on, you would again take this little hard part, stick it in all the way, and now you have to get it back around this little hook to hold it in place. See, now it's back in place. So that is a disconnect that you can do. Some people don't even realize that's there. You can take off and hand wash that, which some people like to do to get it nice and clean. To disconnect and change out the pillow portion of this, you can see here where I'm kind of tugging. You grab this part and you pull it off this frame. Okay, and then to put it back on, you're just going to line it back up and put it over the frame and kind of make sure that it's sealed nice and good. So that's how, if you're replacing your pillows every 2 to 4 weeks or so, you're going to take that off. You can even take it off to wash it, come back and put it back on this hard frame piece. So that is a look at the N30. Again, some people like it because you have this more flexible tubing. It gives you a little bit more of an extension. No Velcro on the headgear. You can take the headgear off and hand wash it, and then it's pretty easy to replace these cushions, and it's nice and small.